what do you think about most of the time? Aristotle said that thoughts are causes and conditions are effects. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about our thoughts and whether or not they actually create our reality. There's a study done by the University of Penn with 350 business people, entrepreneurs, and professionals. And it spanned over a 22-year period. This is how this study went. They asked a very simple question of all participants. The question is, what do you think about most of the time? What do you think about most of the time? The top 10% in this group, in terms of income and success and fulfillment in their current role, the top 10%, what they thought about most of the time was where they're going and how to get there. The top 10% also thought about what they want and how to get it. Let me repeat those for you so you can take a note on this. The top 10% of 350,000 people, when asked the question, what do you think about most of the time? They think about what they want and how to get it, where they're going and how to get there. That's it. So what's most of the time? It's a preponderance of our thoughts. It's the balance of our thoughts. It's at least 60% of the time, likely 70% of the time. You see this? The top 10% do not have time to think about things they don't want. What is the bottom 90%? Now, the bottom 90% would be considered unsuccessful or unfulfilled, certainly lower income. Of that entire study of 350,000 people, the lower 90%, what do they think about most of the time? When asked that question, they think about what they worry about most of the time. Secondly, they think about things they're angry about in the past. And thirdly, who's to blame for that? So let me recap the bottom 90%. Things they're worried about, so worry. Things they're angry about, anger. And three, who's to blame for it most of the time. So the top 10% think about the future, what they want. They think about what they're grateful for now and what they want, where they're going, how to get there most of the time. And the bottom 90% think about things that worry them most of the time and who's to blame for it most of the time. So naturally, we're beginning to see that our thoughts actually do matter. Our thoughts create our reality. And so the question becomes is, what determines our thought process? What determines our thought track? Well, what determines our thought track is what's called our self-concept. I'm going to break that down for you. So the self-concept is broken into three parts. That is the self-ideal, the self-image, and the self-esteem. So the self-ideal, this would be considered your aspirational you. This is the version of you that when you think about the best version of yourself and also the things that you're going towards, that would be your self-ideal. Your self-ideal is comprised of your qualities and your values and your virtues and the goals that you aspire to be. So think about this from a value standpoint. Successful people are very clear, crystal clear about the things that they value and things that they believe in. Unsuccessful people, the bottom 90%, are very fuzzy about the things that they value and things that they believe in. And they're also willing to compromise on things that they sort of think they believe in, but not so much, because as soon as an opportunity comes up, they're willing to compromise on that. Whereas successful people are crystal clear on their values, they know what they believe in, and they know what their goals are, which then allows them to stand firm and hold tightly to those beliefs because it's serving them so well in life. The self-image is the second part of that triad of our self-concept. The self-image is the sort of person that I conceive myself to be. Not the version that you think I am. Not the version that that person thinks I am. It's the sort of person that I truly am. When I lie my head down on my pillow at night, this is who I truly am. Now you can change your self-image by going and working on the inside. You got to work on yourself. Think of the self-image as like a thermostat dial. If you're at a 72 degrees and your goal is a 90-degree type of goal, first of all, you have to know where you are. You have to recognize that your self-image is not in alignment with that type of a goal. So you have to do the inner work and improve that self-image in order to be able to hit that goal, because we cannot outperform our self-image. We can't outrun it. We can't out-hustle it. Don't listen to what those videos tell you. You can't outrun your self-image. You have to do the inside work so that the so that the work on the outside becomes a natural reflection of that thermostat setting that you're dialing up each and every day that you're working on your self-image. What's the third step? The third part of the self-concept is the self-esteem. Now, the self-esteem is really how much you like yourself. How much do you like yourself? And it's defined by also like how much people like you is defined on how much you like yourself. So in order to have a high self-esteem, you have to be able to do a couple things. And here's the deal. The higher your self-esteem is based mostly on how much you spend of your time in your self-ideal. Your self-esteem is bolstered. You like yourself more the more in alignment you are with your self-ideal. Meaning, the more you're acting like that sort of person, which is the best version of yourself when you think about that sort of person. Furthermore, the more you're actually doing the things that you say that your aspirational version of yourself would be doing. So for me personally, one of the things that I value is exploration. And that comes in the form of travel with my family. So, and we apply the three-part formula here, when you look at the self-esteem, I like myself more when I'm working and focused in work, working hard, doing the things that I know are going to allow me to explore, to travel with my family. I like myself more. I just do. And so that's how it works. And the more I'm doing that, I'm living into my ideal. And I'm actually abiding by the things that I value. The opposite would also be true. I don't like myself very much when I want to go on vacation or I say I'm going to go somewhere with a family and that doesn't actually happen. So I make sure that that happens as much as possible. It's super important you get this last piece because it's considered like the power of your personality, how much you like yourself, and also it will determine how much other people like you. I hope that this has been helpful for you today. If you've liked this video and you want to learn more about the self-concept and things like this self-concept so that you can begin to have your thoughts create your reality and start acting like that top 10%, that version of yourself that's buried deep down inside, there's a way to do that. If you like what you learned today, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and be sure to come back because I'm going to come here often. I'm going to share more of these same types of videos, and hopefully you enjoyed it today.